we all have hobbies and things that we enjoy to do. Some people like to go to the movies, other people like to do arts and crafts of any great variety. My hobby that I enjoy doing has a little more inherent risk, so I utilize some different pieces of gear to help me stay safe in the process. So let me tell you about the gear I use while I go rock climbing. First, we have the harness. The harness is an item that's used to pretty much just kind of keep you around. There are people out there who will climb and use what's called free climbing without a harness, without a rope, without any of that. Me, I call that crazy. I like having something that knows that I'm going to be attached and keep me around long enough that I can come back out and do it again later. The best part about the harness is it keeps you comfortable. It lets you know that it keeps you from falling off the rock face and plummeting to your impending death. So I enjoy having the harness around. With the harness, you're also going to need to utilize a locking carabiner and belay device. Right here, a nice handy little item that goes along with your harness to keep you from falling off the rock face. Now you may ask yourself, why wouldn't the rope be the next thing? Wouldn't it be kind of handy to have a rope? Well, rock climbing isn't the kind of thing that you're going to go out there and do by yourself. Normally, you're going to go out and if you're just beginning, you're going to go out and start with someone who's had a little bit more experience and they're probably going to bring their own rope along with them. But you're both going to need to use a belay device because you're both going to need to help each other belay up or belay down, anything like that. And it's really hard to pass items up and down a rock face on a rock wall when you're climbing. Now, these are the two most important pieces of gear that you can get, and they're a very solid investment if you're going to start climbing and seriously get into it. Another item that's really handy and helpful, although not necessarily required, are a good pair of rock climbing shoes. Now, these shoes, not necessarily essential, but they really help you stay comfortable and more secure on the wall. And if you're comfortable, you're going to remain more focused and have a better time while you're climbing. The shoes themselves have a solid piece of wood that runs through them and a whole lot of grip around them. So you're going to be able to grab onto the footholds and everything else and let you press down on a small rock face with your toe and still remain your whole foot supported inside of the shoe. It's a very good investment, but again, not necessarily essential. So having a harness, a locking carabiner with belay device, and some good climbing shoes are all the items that really kind of make up a good, solid beginner set for getting into rock climbing. You can do it without all of these items. You can climb. However, it may not be the most enjoyable experience. You may not survive the experience, and you may not want to come back and do it again later. So I would recommend getting all these items, and this is why I enjoy the gear that I use while I rock climb.